don't know why. Hello, it's Thursday afternoon, and it's time for our Tuesday afternoon with Thrifty Tim. And yes, James is already on here with me. Hey, James.
Hello.
We are live now.
Yep.
So
I gotta fix the wheel on my chair. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta just hammer it a little bit. It comes loose.
yeah,
Tim, just mute me for a second. I gotta hammer the wheel on my chair. I don't want to disturb anything on it.
Yeah. So like I said, it's Tuesday. Sorry about last week, and for those of you who tried viewing, I was having one of my migraines and stuff. It seems like ever since I had COVID back in January, it has screwed around with my migraines, where they come earlier in the day now, and they're a little stronger. So I'm going to have a talk with my neurologist this week. So, as you notice, James is on here, but he's having to do something right now. He was having something with this computer chair that he was going to fix. So he'll be back in a little bit. So how was everybody's Valentine's Day yesterday? I know my wife and I, we used the rest of our gift card from my son and his fiance for Olive Garden last night, and my wife had me order it, and she picked it up on her way home from work. So, but I was having a migraine around all day yesterday, so I couldn't really stand for too long or anything. So after eating, I went back and lie down in bed. Okay, up to 5 years already. And I haven't picked up any new records because I've only been out once since coming off of COVID. That was last Saturday to get a haircut, and then was back home. But I will show you how that the record I've been listening to this morning. This is the first day I've been able to listen to them for a while. This is Leonard Skinner, One More from the Road. Of course, it's a TLP live set, and it's pretty good. I just felt like some Southern rock this morning, so this fit the billing real good for me. Okay, I'll bring it back up for whenever James comes back on. And I don't know whether Calvin's on there yet or Jorgen, because I see I have 3 people viewing now too. So, okay, here's James. He's back.
All right, let's unmute me, and I got some stuff to show you. Okay, make me big, please.
Okay.
So these are some gifts I got from the Hop Frogs last week. Early birthday gift, but my birthday isn't until April, so what are you gonna do? So they have a 3D printer machine, and they made me this. Hey, Jorgen.
Hi, Jorgen.
So this is made with a 3D printer. It's a rabbit.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? And I named it Frodo because I love Lord of the Rings, so Frodo the Hobbit. And here's the masterpiece, the Holy Grail right here. John Lennon, New York City Funko Pop.
Okay.
And here's the side view, so you see what he looks like.
Yeah.
And here's the back. But this, you never take these out of the box, or
Yeah, I know.
they go down in value. Now, I got two CD sets here. First one is Rock, the album, and you got 3 CDs in here. So I will tell you the songs and the artists on here. So first CD one, you get Alice Cooper, Poison, Judas Priest, Breaking the Law, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, Europe, Rock the Night, Journey, Any Way You Want It, Toto, Hold the Line, Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart, love that song, REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run, Electric Light Orchestra, Mama Ma Bell, the Edgar Winter Group, Frankenstein, Steppenwolf, Someone Told a Lie, Cheap Trick, Mighty Wings, Autograph, Turn Up the Radio, Hanoi Rocks, Up Around the Bend, Scandal featuring Patti Smythe, Warrior, Warrant, Cherry Pie, Quiet Riot, Mental Health, in brackets, Bang Your Head, Crocus, Stayed Awake All Night, The Outfield, Your Love, CD2, Boston, More Than a Feeling, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, Mott the Hoople, All the Young Dudes, Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son, Heart, Barracuda, The Guess Who, American Woman, Ram Jam, Black Betty, Mountain, Mississippi Queen, Argent, God Gave Rock and Roll to You, Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper, The Byrds, 8 Miles High, Fleetwood Mac, Shake Your Money Maker, Johnny Winter, Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo, Roy Gallagher, Moonchild, Santana, Jingo, Scorpion, Speedy's Coming, Beck, Bogart, A Piece, Superstition, Ted Nugent, Stranglehold, West, Bruce, and Lang, Why Don't Ya? So that ends CD2. Now we go to CD3. Primal Scream, Rocks, Manic Street Preacher, Slash and Burn, Iggy Pop and the Stooges, Search and Destroy, Iggy Pop Mix, Lou Reed, Vicious, Patti Smith, Because the Night, The Stone Roses, She Bangs the Drums, The Stranglers, All Day and All of the Night, The Only Ones, Another Girl, Another Planet, The Mooney Suzuki, Alive and Amplified, Teenage Fan Club, Sparky's Dream, Reef, Naked, Rat, Over the Edge, Motorhead, Cat Scratch Fever, Deep Purple, The Battle Rages On, The Allman Brothers Band, Good Clean Fun, Joe Satriani, Satch Boogie, Steve Vai, Bad Horsey, Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Voodoo Child, Slight Return, The Gun, Race with the Devil. So that's this one, Rock the Album. And now they gave me another one, which has 3 CDs in it too. Air Guitar Anthems. So there's 3 discs here.
Yeah, on that first one, I have most of the songs on the first 2 CDs on albums or something.
All right, so now I'll read you the songs in this one, and the artists, of course. CD1, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, Led Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love, The Rolling Stones, Start Me Up, and you mentioned ZZ Top earlier. ZZ Top, Give Me All Your Lovin', T-Rex, 20th Century Boy, Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell Again, Ram Jam, Black Betty Again, Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, Bachman Turner, Overdrive, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, Metallica, Stone Cold Crazy, Alice Cooper, Poison, Kiss, Crazy Crazy Nights, Motorhead, Ace of Spades, one of my favorite songs, Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town, White Snake, Here I Go Again, 87, Derek and the Dominoes featuring Dwayne Allman, Layla, Rainbow, Since You've Been Gone, Boston, More Than a Feeling Again, CD2, Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, Journey, Don't Stop Believin', Status Quo, Down Down, Bryan Adams, Run to You, Free, All Right Now, The Who, I Can't Explain, The Kinks, You Really Got Me, Muddy Waters, Manish Boy, Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love, Billy Idol, White Wedding, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Bad to the Bone, Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good, Buddy Holly, That'll Be the Day, Small Faces, All or Nothing, Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, The Animals, The House of the Rising Sun, Brian May and Carrie Ellis, Parisian Walkways, So that continues. And now we go on to CD3. Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. The Police, Message in a Bottle. The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Stiltskin, Inside. The Knack, My Sharona. Toto, Hold the Line. Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. Rush, The Spirit of Radio.
Message in a Bottle.
Yeah. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. Twisted Sister, My Rock. Mock the Hoople, All the Young Dudes Again. Joe Walsh, Rocky Mountain Way. Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. Dio, Holy Diver. Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun. Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love. The Shadows, FBI. The Trogs, Wild Thing. And last but not least, we have Queen again doing We Will Rock You. So there's both the CDs. And You Can Make Me Smile.
Okay. So have Calvin on now, and hi, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah, you pronounced that all wrong, James.
I did.
You have to do the Sting pronunciation of it. Message in a Bottle.
Message in a bottle.
Yeah, it's not bottle, it's bottle.
Yeah. Well, it's good enough for me.
Well, Calvin, to let you know what that email you sent me on Sunday, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. So,
well, the Rams won.
Oh, I guess I can leave the stream now. Bye. Nice knowing you, Tim.
Well, no, I wasn't. I was having one of my migraines, and I was just binge watching NCIS.
Oh,
the original series that's still going on. It's like in season 19 now.
And you thought that was better than the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh man, like I said, nice knowing you, Tim.
Well, because in NCIS they're shooting.
Well, there was probably shooting outside the stadium. It's L.A. Remember, it was in L.A. And there was probably shooting after the game. I heard there was a lot of violence after the game from celebrations.
Of course. Especially with the Rams winning it.
You pay for your electricity. Yeah. You pay for your heating.
So when are we all going to sing Amy together? Because I saw your little thumbnail. Are we going to sing Amy?
No, not today. I've thought of that. I forgot about that. I couldn't remember what album it was. I just what I'm starting to do for my thumbnails, just showing a different picture each time of an album in my collection.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a sing along. I was practicing.
So, have you gotten anything new over the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, a few things. I got a whole lot coming. Hopefully, no migraine next Tuesday. I have about 12 or 13 things to show you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Wow.
But this week is just a little bit. I'm going to do this just so I can show off Colgate. Because I have a tendency of having my hat leave the camera angle. You don't see the top of it. So I want to salute Colgate. Who doesn't like Colgate? That's the school, not the toothpaste.
At this point, JJ, I really don't know yet.
So what's that about, James?
I might be moving.
Oh.
I'm not sure what the situation is yet, but I'm a little stressed about it, but, what can you do?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I had a bit of vertigo this morning, and I took the dog out for a walk this morning while I was dizzy. Don't know how I managed to do it, but I did. No, I had vertigo this morning. Well, you threw up last night, Mom. Excuse me. So you got anything for us today, Calvin?
Oh, yeah, I got a little bit.
All right, we're ready for
You have it ready, or?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, first, seems like every time I get something on eBay, there's always a story attached to it, and this is no different. For whatever reason, I was in a country frame of mind and started searching eBay, just looking to see what was going on with it, and I decided to look up Tommy Overstreet, and there was a listing there, and someone had a album for sale, and it said the money was going to go to charity, and the opening bid was 99 cents. So I said, well, I could tell that that was from his later period when he wasn't as successful. But I said, hey, it's 99 cents. I get the ball rolling. And as it turns out, I rolled the ball, and then a big Mack truck drove over it and flattened it. So nobody else bid on it, so it's mine.
What do you get it for?
So for 99 cents plus shipping, and I just love living in Florida. I got to pay sales tax. So I think it ended up being like 5 something. But here we go.
Okay.
And this is going to be on my list of worst album covers. This is just terrible. Because the title is The Real Tommy Overstreet. First, I thought it was supposed to be like a mirror, but it's not. I guess they're showing different sides of Tommy Overstreet. You're supposed to guess which one's the real one. I don't know.
Yeah, I have one.
I think it would have been better if they had him like standing in a mirror and showed him and then his reflection.
Like Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, he does. When he got older, yeah, he did look like Kenny Rogers. And he even looked more like him when he got even older because his hair totally white.
Wow.
Yeah, I have one of his 70s albums. So.
Oh, you don't have any of his later? You have some of his later gospel stuff. He did some gospel later on.
Yeah, I know that.
And then there's this. This is on. This is not Dot. He used to be the manager of Dot. Then he decided he wanted to actually go into actually start recording. So most of his early stuff is Dot. This is what is this? Electra? Yeah, this is Electra. Because right before this album, Dot folded, so that's why this one's not on Dot. And like I said, this was kind of the beginning of not his end, because he kept going for quite a while, but this is kind of his popular end. There was 3 hits off this album. What More Could a Man Need? Fade and Renegade, and my favorite, Down in the Quarter, but the best charting one was What More Could a Man Need? And that fizzled out at 23. And then after this album, I think that his highest charting song only made it up to 41. And it won't go back in the inner sleeve, so I just put it over here.
Take care of it later.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna bounce off James because James, I kind of missed the beginning of what James was talking about. But anyway, he mentioned Queen. So here's another Queen, and I got a trivia question for James after I show this.
All right, I hope I can get it.
Well, you're the movie guy. You should get it. I'll take it out of the thing. Queen of Kind of Magic. There's the guys.
Yep. There's Freddie.
And this is pretty cool looking, so I saw that.
Yeah. Almost like Sgt. Pepper or what's it called? Or Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds scene or something from Yellow Submarine or
CD. But the trivia question, James, is this was the unofficial soundtrack for a movie. Can you name the movie?
Is it Flash Gordon?
No, that was a different. That Queen did the official soundtrack for that. This is the Because this movie did not actually have a soundtrack.
Not sure what movie it could be.
Highlander.
Highlander. Wow.
Yes. Because all but 3 songs on here were in the movie. But this on the album the versions are slightly different. But only 3 songs on this album were not in the movie.
But is there an actual movie score for that movie?
I think a score, yeah, but not an actual release of a soundtrack.
Wow. When I saw Highlander so many years ago, I don't remember.
Because when we see One Vision, Kind of Magic, One Vision, that was actually from Iron Eagle. So that wasn't from Highlander. That was from that was an Iron Eagle.
I like Iron Eagle. I have that DVD.
And then
I saw that back in the VHS days.
Then I think Pain is so close to pleasure. I don't think that was in the movie. And I think Friends Will Be Friends wasn't in the movie. And then my favorite one is Give Me the Prize, because that song really rocked. And had some sound effects from the movie.
Mm.
And this was the first thing they did after Live Aid.
That looks like JJ found some good ones, like Two Gallons, the Ramones, and John Coltrane, and also that Billy Joe Glass Houses.
And then one of the people on YouTube I like to follow is Pete Pardo, who does Sea of Tranquility.
Yeah, I subscribed to that channel too.
Okay. Well, anyway, there was some time ago he did him and I think it was one of his buddies that's in Scotland. They did a ranking of albums from a prog band called IQ. And I wasn't too familiar with them, but I kind of, the name stuck in my head. And when I was at a thrift store, I saw a CD for $1. So I said, and it's IQ, so why not? And then I have a part of the story continues after I show this. Are You Sitting Comfortably? From 1989.
Cover up that Moody Blues song.
Band started in 81.
Is that a cover of the Moody Blues song?
Are You Sitting Comfortably?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because I don't think it's not actually a song on the CD. It's just the name of it might be from Moody Blues.
Yeah.
I don't know where the title came from. Oh, there's the back. Back's kind of cool looking. And then, well, it says not for sale, but I bought it, so hope no one comes looking for me.
So it must be a demo.
I'm gonna make sure I keep the doors locked. But anyway, the story behind this is that because I remember them ranking the albums, but I didn't really remember the album names because I really didn't know IQ really much at all. So then I said, "Oh, let's go back see what good of an album I got." And then actually, as it turns out, guess where this ranked on their list. Both Pete and his partner both had it at the last. This was their least favorite IQ album, but I actually like it. So now I'm excited because this one's actually, it's not very proggy actually.
It's just look
But,
at it this way: you got introduced to another group that you didn't know about.
Yeah, so now I'm anxious to check out the stuff that they did that's actually prog. Because if I like the non-prog stuff, I should like the prog. But I thought that was funny. They had this as last.
This is good. I just found this in the cupboard. Yeah. I'm just gonna try to bag of chips off it.
And that's all I got. Make me small.
Okay.
Well, I got one thing later, but that's my weekly segment. I never do my weekly segment early. I want to keep the viewers in, to the last minute.
Hi, Jorgen.
Good evening, folks.
So, how have you been doing?
Jorgen.
Good. How are you?
Okay, better than I have been a lot of days lately. I think that from when I had COVID last month, it did something where it's affecting my migraines. That it's more permanent.
Be right back, guys.
So, have you picked anything up over the last couple of weeks?
Depends on how much you have watched my YouTube videos.
Come on, I want to see the Alice in Chains again. Alice, 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 Alice.
Do I have to? It's in the bag in the other room.
Oh,
Whatever.
I want to know when that's going on eBay so I can look. I mean, he got some cool stuff. He had Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam. I don't want to ruin it too much. But if you watch this video, it's already ruined because he showed it in this video.
Yeah, I did lose this video.
To explain, I had gotten a whole lot of CDs for free lately.
Okay.
I got a couple of CDs. James already seen it, so I don't need to wait for him. He's seen it, I think, twice. I got
Wrong one.
I got,
His chair hasn't seen it yet. Make sure his chair sees it.
I got the VCLT from a friend and subscriber, Kjellman in Norway. He got me, first of all, Clifford White, who is some kind of an ambient musician. Some Norwegian albums, Snapshots by Gudny Aspås, who is a Norwegian 80s singer. This is from 1985.
Okay.
More Norwegian, a girl called Alex, and the album Always. And is it any doubt on which decade this album is from?
Just by the hair, you can tell.
Yeah. David Bowie, Tonight. And I got these CDs, and previously he has sent the sleeves in a later mail, so I assume that he will do it this time also. Wingspan compilation from Paul McCartney and Wings.
Okay.
Believe it or not, this is my first Wings stuff. Norwegian rock band Dance with a Stranger. An album with symphonies by Beethoven.
Which one is it?
5 and 6.
Okay. See, on Deutsche Grammophon on CD, I have Beethoven's Ninth, which is my favorite.
Yeah,
symphony.
This is Herbert von Karajan, as always when it comes to.
Yeah. I like his work, and probably the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra too.
I have 5 and 6. I have all 9 symphonies since before, but
okay.
I don't have them with Karajan though.
Yeah.
But I also got a message from on Messenger from a former boss of mine who had been cleaning out his garage. I assume it was his son's records. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing that he listened to this. But he asked me he showed me 2 pictures of records and asked me if I wanted it. And I said, well, a couple of them, but he said that, can you please take all? Okay, I can. It was a lot of heavy metal I'm no interest in. So I did a lot of showing of records which contains, I'm not going to pick up all of them, but there are soundtrack for a movie called To Die For, Therapy. We have something called a Swedish metal band called Mystery Love CO, and we have a lot of grunge, which is what Calvin talked about. I got an Alice in Chains.
Woo!
The problem is that the record isn't all that good shape.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I can't sell it if I wanted. I can't sell it either if I wanted to, because I think no one wants to buy it. So it most likely goes in the trash. And we have.
come on, Jürgen, you gotta learn to experience new things. You don't know what you're missing with Alice in Chains. You don't know what you're missing.
Let me get one thing clear for you. Grunge and heavy metal are not new things. It are things that I know very well about and that I definitely has forever all the way from my enjoyment. I hate grunge. I think it's boring.
Come on, JJ, help me out.
Anybody wants to R. Kelly? So it's a whole lot of crap also that I have no. I got all seasons of Scrub series on DVD box sets. I don't have the place or time right now to start a new series and keep it, so I will most likely sell that away also. But here are the records that I found that I would give another chance. Of course, a Depeche Mode.
Okay.
This one will not stay in the collection. I had no experience with Iggy Pop's former band, The Stooges. So I said, okay, I'll give it a chance to listen to it, but it wasn't my thing at all. So this one will most likely be given away or sold away.
Oh.
And the sigh of disappointment is heard throughout America. Adam Lambert, which I had no idea who it was. I've been told that this was an American Idol guy who now sings in Queen. It wasn't all that bad. The quick peeks I listened to it as I thought it was. I don't know if it lasts for an entire album, but so far, so it's surprisingly good. And here we have the man himself, Iggy Pop, from 1990, The Idiot. I'm going to listen to this more carefully. Iggy Pop did some great stuff in the late 80s, early 90s, and this is also produced by David Bowie and contains Iggy Pop's version of China Girl. So this might be good, actually.
Yeah.
And it contained also a couple of jazz records. We have first Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, yeah.
This normally is released on something called Disky, which normally is a very much low budget. You have a troll.
Yeah, we got a Russian whore, as Rachel calls them.
Yeah, and this is released by Disky, who normally is a really low budget label that normally gives us compilations with those normal stuff. But here actually is a complete album where all are conducted by the orchestra conducted by Buddy Bergman. So it's actually more or less a complete album for one from Disky. So this one might be really interesting. And same goes with Billie Holiday. This is orchestra conducted by Tony Scott entirely. Also Disky. The sleeve looks horrible, but just pick another one. The problem here is, and it's not Disky's fault, I checked on YouTube, and it is as horrible recorded as it is. Tony Scott sounds like he sits on a parking lot playing. It sounds very far away. And we have some Kraftwerk.
Okay.
That I have on vinyl since before, but I keep it as some listening, not so worn out the vinyl. And I also have got a Kraftwerk CD single, Expo 2000.
Okay.
So those were the free, but I also did some buying after that. Not much though. I bought a Thelonious Monk, Brilliant Corners.
Okay.
And I bought this for 10 cents, and I bought it mainly because of pure curiosity. For 10 cents, why not? It could be something. It could be something that I can mock on my blog, if not.
Oh, I remember he had a hit or two in Germany when I was stationed over there.
Yeah. I've been looking for Freedom was a pretty good hit, but I'm not going to say he sings good. He does not. I've heard even worse though. The problem here is the arrangements, and he sings songs that he is not having the voice for singing. It's not a good. He bites more than he can chew, you can say. And I also found this for 10 cents. And this is a DVD with George Michael with videos.
Okay.
So that is what I have been finding for recent weeks, or getting, or whatever you can call it.
Okay.
Don't bring me down.
And James, I heard you talk about Europe Rock the Night.
Ooh, yeah. It's a good song.
This is by far Europe's best song, in my opinion.
I haven't heard too much of Europe. I've mainly heard the Final Countdown by them, and
that one is
that's about it.
It's so overplayed here in Sweden that every time it goes on, I turn it off. I also realize it has the most corniest lyrics I ever heard.
Yeah.
I like that keyboard in there, whatever it is.
And he wrote.
So how big is your grunge collection, Tim?
Non-existent.
Ah.
I do have heavy metal, or some metal.
Wow.
Well, mainly 70s, but I do have some 80s, like some Deep Purple and some White Snake and stuff.
I can say, James, that's rhyme that on the final countdown. That one he wrote originally for the opening of a very famous local here called Bansh. He wrote it for that. He got they asked him, "Can you write that?" "Sure, I can." He wrote that, and then he realized that I can use in some song, and then the rest is history.
Mm. Yeah, sometimes they play that during the fourth quarter of a basketball game. Nirvana.
Ugh, I hate Nirvana.
Well, I heard they don't like you either. So.
No, Kurt Cobain is dead. So.
I heard Dave Grohl doesn't like you at all, Jürgen. He doesn't even subscribe to your channel.
Well, see, I might have a couple things close to them. I have some REM and some U2.
But they're not
grunge. Oh, I got something to confuse James. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Get ready to be confused, James.
Okay. Every time I come on here, he always tries to test my brain. Will I get it this time, or will I not get it? Will I fail, or will I succeed? We shall find out.
Yeah.
The suspense is killing me. So it will be interesting to see what I will do with these records that I have no use for.
Organize your records. Oh, here we go.
The final countdown till he comes back.
I think Robert Griffin just did a video, how to organize your records. I think I need to watch that video.
Are they all are they all I can't even talk. Are they all out of sorts?
Yes. Here we go. This is going to confuse you, James. You want to make me big for a second? Minute? There we go.
The story of Simon Simopath.
Simopath, yeah.
Okay, Nirvana.
But this is the confusing part. It's Nirvana.
Oh.
But no, not that Nirvana.
Yeah, I was going to say
Nirvana.
British hot Nirvana.
This is the 60s Nirvana.
Okay.
And they actually sued the Kurt Cobain Nirvana.
Ah.
Did they have any more luck than the baby on the cover of the Nirvana album?
No. Yeah, this is Psych. This is actually a really good album. I was going to save it for one of my weekly segments, but since we got on Nirvana.
Wow.
I can comfort you that Dave Grohl has made the biggest shocking songs this year in 2021 with songs that actually are good. I liked actually his rock versions of Bee Gees songs in DGs. And he has a song right now that is also really, really good. Love Dies Young is actually among the best I ever heard with Foo Fighters.
So anyway, that album is a concept album. It's really good. You should check it. People should check it out.
Then for newer stuff, the stuff I mainly get are like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And I want to get Dennis DeYoung's last two albums that he put out. Because I've heard stuff from them, and which I really like.
I knew there was a Nirvana, 60s Nirvana, but I never actually seen it.
Well, now you have.
Yeah, now you have. Now you can die happy.
Yeah, definitely. The question is, which is worse?
They're actually both quite good. I would dig out my Nirvana CDs, but I don't. I might be missing in action for a few minutes, so I'd rather not do that. But yeah, I need to watch Robert Fiffin's video, How to Organize Your Collection.
Yeah.
So have any of you watched any good movies lately?
I watched a Swedish 1940s movie today, but that's all pretty much.
How about you, Calvin?
I watched a rather recent movie, made not too long ago, 1939.
Okay.
It was called They All Come Out. Ever heard of it?
It doesn't ring a bell for me.
Oh, it was kind of a weird concept movie. Very obviously, it was very dated. It was basically about this guy who was down on his luck, and he ran into some people that were committing crimes, and he got involved and got put in jail. And
was it more or less? Was it sort of like a film noir movie, or?
No, it was more of a, I don't know what kind of movie you would call it. It was almost like an educational movie. Because they were like it was kind of like showing you that, yeah, you could go to jail, but you can come out and improve you can go to while you're in prison, you can try to educate yourself and improve and become a good human being when you get out of jail.
Sounds like a Disney movie.
So, no, it wasn't a Disney movie, but it kind of had that quirkiness to it. But it wasn't a bad movie. It was just the setup. The movie was really weird because it was basically had this guy on talking about going to jail and all the criminal jail system, and then the movie comes on and he comes back at the end and talks about it. And
Okay.
so, like I said, it was really outdated because it was kind of cheesy the way it was done, but it wasn't a bad movie overall.
Well, for me, JJ, I am looking for the original soundtrack of Star Wars: A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, all on vinyl. Those are the three that I want to pick up at some point. I can't afford it right now.
Oh, and just to make note, the last time we were on, I think James was out of the room, but you were asking me about a movie I watched, and I was talking about a Richard Dysart movie that I couldn't remember the name of it, so I looked it up. It was called Warning Sign.
Okay.
That was the name of the movie.
Well,
and then I saw parts of Back to the Future Part 3 again. I missed from the beginning, but I caught the middle and the end again. And Richard Dysart actually has 2 scenes in it.
I have the trilogy on DVD, so.
Oh, so you could watch Richard Dysart every night if you wanted to.
But that didn't. I know you've heard me talk about Pluto TV. Have you ever watched anything Pluto TV?
Yeah, there's some old game shows on there, and then I don't know if they still do it, but what was the? Oh, geez, it was a British sci-fi thing.
Okay,
I'm not a number. I'm a human being.
Something like that. Yeah,
what was the one where the guy said, "I'm not a number. I'm a human being."
I can't think of that.
Patrick McGowan or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, what the heck was that called? James. James would probably know. James.
I'm here.
See with me, a couple of the TVs I have Roku's on them, and I found out that on direct Roku channel they have something like Pluto TV on there now, and there's a couple of channels that I like on there, and another one by their counts Cinevault. There's 70s and 80s. The 70s is how movies from the 70s, and the 80s is all from the 80s. But what that made me think of you, Calvin, they have Cinevault Westerns.
Ooh.
Calvin, just give me a couple of seconds. I just got to put some garbage out for my mom. She asked me to put the garbage out.
What was that? What was that from again, Tim?
It's the name of it is Cinevault. It's on. They have it for free on Roku. It's on the Roku channel.
Oh, okay.
And it's free.
Because I just discovered I hadn't watched any. I watched any movies on it yet, but I think it's Tubi. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I have Tubi. I have FilmRise.
Yeah, I noticed some really good stuff on Tubi. I had something for James, but James left again, so I hold that for him. Yeah, I found some old westerns and stuff.
Another one I discovered, found it's for free. But I noticed it's owned by Amazon is doing it. It's called IMDb TV.
Oh yeah.
Where they have different movies on there and stuff. Not as well known ones, but still not too bad.
The Prisoner, that's the name of the show I was trying to think of. The Prisoner.
Okay.
I'm
No.
going to also draw my straw to JJ's question about the grails. I also have grails written here on my phone.
Okay. Oh, you have a
I'm not
list.
going to read all of them. I'm going to take just some of it. There is a Flock of Eagles album that I'm missing. An Alan Parsons Project album that I want, and Ammonia Avenue. A couple of Al Jarreau albums that I want to have. A lot of Aretha Franklin albums and Atlantic Star albums. A whole lot of Beach Express albums. We have David Bowie, Aladdin Sane, and The Man Who Sold the World. I don't have those two. I really want them for a reasonable price because they're, all David Bowie albums right now are pretty expensive. I've said I'm going to start discovering Devo, and I will. Fiction Factory, yeah.
Oh, you know that Nirvana album I showed? They do a version of The Man Who Stole the World. Want to hear that?
No, I want to hear the original. I'm missing one album by Jamiroquai, the Return of the Cowboy. John Fox. I'm missing the Golden Section. I have missing Morrissey's Viva Hate. A whole lot of OJs that I want. Simple Minds, Big Music.
Oh, my nose is itchy.
And
I would assume that's not O.J. Simpson. That's the O.J.'s.
No, I feel so. And a couple of Swaits, just to name a few. There are a lot that I've written here, and there are, of course, 45s also that I'm missing. Among them, Bruce Woolley's Blue Victoria, Hooters Satellite, True Faith, New Order. I don't have those on 45s, so there are a lot of grails to be made still. And I'm glad, because then I have a reason to go shopping more.
Well,
and the list will grow bigger, of course. This is just a start to Britain.
well, with me, well, I don't really say these grails, but the one I'd like to find, okay, I have at least one album by all the members of the Moody Blues, except for one. I haven't found any of his. I know he has at least one album. That's Graham Edge of the Moody Blues, and that's mainly what I'd like to find. Is one of Graham Edge's solo album by Graham Edge.
Moody Blues is the kind of band that I can start with the greatest hits to discover them some more, because it sounds interesting, but I'm a little bit doubtful still. So a greatest hits to discover some more would be great.
Remember when I sent you the link for Nights in White Satin, New Organ, and you liked it?
Yeah, but White Tonight Saturday, on the other hand, isn't new to me. I heard that song before.
That's a really good song. And guess what I remember, Calvin? Geddy Lee.
I know Jurgen's the one holdout. We could do that could be our band that we just randomly show all the time. Because I think Jurgen's the only, because you got Moody Blues now, right, James?
I got one, yeah.
Yeah. See, there we go. You're the holdout, Jurgen.
Well, thank you for this.
That could be our thing. That could be our thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be better than Partridge Family. That would be better than Donnie Marie and the Osmonds.
Uh-huh.
That could be our thing. We could just randomly show Moody Blues.
I'll remember that next time when you were in the Docs stream, Calvin. I remember that then, when we were showing our Partridge Family and you were sitting there.
Yes.
That's right. So
Maybe I should put a Partridge Family in my. I should put the Partridge Family in my a list of what the heck, Holy Grails. Man, I'm getting Alzheimer's.
Are you?
I don't know. I lose words all the time now. Scary. But anyway, Holy Grail. And then of course I would have every Pet Shop Boy album on my Holy Grail list. Yeah, that's obvious.
I assume you would.
But seriously, I obviously I still have Joy Division and Ideal for Living, their EP, which is mega bucks. And then I discovered for all the country fans out there, I've discovered that Hank Thompson has I think it's either 6 or 8 CD set that's like released in Germany only. And it's like each CD has like 30 songs on it. But I think it's around like $300.
Sounds about like those CDs that James got with all the songs on those.
But yeah, it was only released in Germany for whatever reason.
I might add also to my wish list. I haven't written it down because the odds of me finding that.
I just went to the fridge.
And that is the debut of David Bowie. The first his first album, but I have no visions of finding it for reasonable price.
Yeah, I know James has Moody Blues in his collection.
I even played Nice and White Satin in local radio when I was a local radio DJ in the 90s.
Yeah. They have a lot of good songs. Sort of like one of their songs is one that it's the name of this channel, first part of it anyway, Tuesday Afternoon.
Oh, I love that song. And I like riding.
I was going to say, I didn't know they had a song called Thrifty Tim.
Yeah.
They got Timothy Leary's Dead. That's close to Thrifty Tim.
That's actually Legend of a Mind.
Yeah.
JJ, it can't be that hard to find Van Halen 5150. It's pretty ordinary album, though. It can't be that hard. I don't know if it's in America, though.
Yeah, I have 5150. I don't have the Doors movie soundtrack, though. My best friend might, because he's a Doors fan.
Well, I'm a big Doors fan, too. I have that on CD. And I think back in the day, I had it on cassette, the soundtrack to the Doors movie. Because I really wanted it because I liked the song Love Street. Another one. He lives on Love Street, lingers on Love Street. Love that song.
Thrifty Tim is JJ's new rap name in the hip hop clubs.
So who here on the panel has Netflix?
I do.
What has what?
Netflix.
No.
Well,
Nope.
I watched last week a documentary that was so beautiful on Friday night. It's called My Octopus Teacher. And it's about this guy. I think it's in Africa. I'm not really sure where it is, but he goes he likes to scuba dive and go into the reefs and stuff. And he swims around and looks at nature, and he likes to take underwater photos. And he saw this thing with shells on it. And he was curious, so he got a little closer to it. He was taking pictures of it. And all of a sudden, this octopus came out, and the tentacles came out and touched his hand. And so he was fascinated. And the octopus came out swimming across the sea. And so he went back every day, and he bonded with the octopus to the point where the octopus would come on his chest, and he could stroke it, and they became the best of friends. And then he would go and study what the octopus would do every day and how it could change colors and blend in with the scenery, so the predators like the sharks wouldn't get to it. It was such a powerful documentary, and I highly recommend it.
Well, when you said that, made me think of a movie that I was watching the other day on Cinevalt, The Deep. It's based on a book by Peter Benchley.
Oh, yeah.
You know what octopus is called in Swedish?
What?
Bläckfisk.
Dinner? Oh.
Bläckfisk.
Wow.
Translated inkfish.
Yeah, because it's like when they swim, they squirt ink.
Yeah, but it's, octopus sounds more fascinating than inkfish.
Yeah, definitely.
This
Ooh,
is
what
for
we got here?
Jurgen.
Ah, Nirvana. Oh, the famous
This
cover.
for you, Jurgen, because we're good buddies.
I feel the warm. I feel the warmth from you. I think Nirvana is dreadfully boring and depressing. I have a hard time listening. I think that "Smells Like Teen Spirit" is one of the most overrated songs in history.
Tell us how you really feel, Jurgen.
So, sorry, all Nirvana fans.
And what's wrong with depressing? You're depressing me that you don't like depressing.
Okay.
Oh, poor Calvin.
Well, wait a minute. You were just talking about Morrissey.
Yeah.
You don't find Morrissey depressing?
I think the step from Morrissey to Nirvana isn't the depressing style is maybe just the only thing they have in common. But one is having great musicians and great production. The other one is just depressing.
And what about The Cure? You don't like The Cure?
I've done some really great songs. I have some Cure albums here also. I don't like all of their catalog, but I have done some great songs.
You don't think they're depressing?
Depends on. Friday I'm in Love isn't that depressing, actually.
It was also god awful.
But as I said, depressing isn't a musical genre. It is a mood.
Okay. We're still friends.
I think
Hey, at least we got wax in common.
And
we got one.
We like
jazz. We got one and counting.
We like jazz. We like jazz.
I'm sorry?
We like jazz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if we like the same artist though.
As long as you're not only avant-garde and free jazz lover, then it's okay.
No, I'm all different kinds.
Something Jurgen and I have in common is we both like classical.
Yeah, but I don't buy classical all that
All right,
much.
JJ.
I don't either. But I have a bunch of Deutsche Grammophon albums. A couple of them are even have Italian pressings.
As I said, as much as I like classical music, I don't listen to it all that. I listen to it lesser than I should. All my classical albums are in the cellar due to space, and I don't buy it all that much. But when I'm still having a huge interest in classical, thanks to a friend of mine who is an organist, and I especially like older recordings of classical music. We're talking pre-50s.
Well,
what does your classical collection look like, James?
I have a few classic. I have a classical CD, but it's
see, now I feel bad. Now I'm the odd man out.
I love classical music.
Now, how does that feel, Calvin?
I can't remember which one it is. I have one by that from 1941. That's one that was originally recorded was Richard Strauss conducting what was it, the Munich or Berlin Orchestra, and it's for one of his symphonies.
Well, if you're German, you would pronounce his last name Strauss.
What did you say the title of the track was?
I can't remember the title of it. It's from 1941. It's one of his symphonies.
Maybe Rider Valkyries.
Oh no, that's Wagner.
That's Wagner.
Strauss had one of the big ones by Strauss is also Zarathustra.
Oh yeah, that's from 2001: Space Odyssey.
Yep.
And Ric Flair's theme song. I have one classical album up here, and it's because it is a box set. A box set I have here, no matter what. This is Verdi's Il Trovatore. This is the only opera I have.
Okay.
It is Swedish singer Jussi Björling singing with a whole lot of Italian singers. And it is recorded in 1939.
Wow.
And it is opera in conclusion. And the reason why I have it, of course, is because it is featured in my favorite movie, Marx the Night at the Opera. So it is as to have it as close, authentic to that recording as to that movie as possible.
Oh yeah.
From a distance, he looked like Superman. The guy that played Superman in the TV show.
You mean Christopher Reeves?
No, the TV show.
The original.
Yeah, original, the TV show. George Reeves? No. What the heck is his name?
Yeah, I know it's from like the 50s and
Maybe it is George Reeves. James!
James to the stand, James to the stand.
Every time I need James, he's missing.
yeah.
He's not winging it as a wingman today.
Or he has wings and flies everywhere.
He's been drinking a lot of Red Bull, huh?
Rather
I think it is George Reeves. I think it's George Reeves.
But otherwise, most of my classical are down in the cellar, and it contains. I'm not that. Normally, I draw the line after Rachmaninoff. Rachmaninoff is good. I have some Stravinsky, but other than that, I'm more of a Baroque and around Mozart and Beethoven ages.
Yeah, I like Beethoven, Mozart, Bach. I also like the Strauss art waltzes and stuff. You know, that Richard, it's original one, like with the Blue Danube and stuff like that.
I have my second CD. I think it was my second. I'm not sure, but the second CD I got was, if I'm not wrong, Richard Strauss conducting Mozart's Symphony Number 40.
Okay.
Okay, help me out, James.
All right.
The original, the guy who played Superman in the original TV show.
I think that was George Reeves.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you. That's what I thought.
You mean they're both Christopher Reeves and George Reeves, and they both play Superman?
Yeah, I think I think Christopher was his son or something like that.
Okay, so he inherited the.
But I thought Christopher was Reeve. Did he have an S at the end?
I can't remember.
No, it was Christopher Reeve. There's no S on the
Yeah.
end. George Reeves is a whole different person. Oh,
And the movie I wanted to tell James about that I found on Tubi. You probably know this one because you like kind of that sci-fi dragon type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of Hawk the Slayer?
Nope.
Oh,
I'll have to check that out.
yeah.
You'll have to.
It's on Tubi. Tubi's free. You can watch it for free.
Yeah, you'll have to text me the title because I'll forget, Calvin. Text it on Insta for me.
Yesterday, I think might have been on Pluto. I saw it. It could have been on Cinderella, but it was one from the 70s. It's called Shadow of the Hawk with J. Michael Vincent in it.
Mm.
Of course, he later went on to have starring Airwolf.
I remember Airwolf.
Oh, there's another thing I have to send a message to James about. I saw your buddy on Highway Patrol. Remember that old cop show with help me out, Tim.
I can't think of who.
Heavyset guy, Broderick Crawford.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that's not Tim's buddy, but Tim's buddy was in an episode. I mean, not Tim's buddy, James's buddy. I saw Clint Eastwood in an episode of Highway Patrol.
Ooh, Clint. My
so
buddy,
I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot of Highway Patrol on YouTube. So I have to find out because I was doing something else when the show was on. So I don't even know the name of the episode. I have to check the episode and then see if it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, he was on Highway Patrol. He played a guy in a motorcycle gang.
It's hard to picture Clint playing a bad guy.
Speaking of Clint Eastwood, is just as an actor, or do you watch his director movies also?
Oh yeah, I've watched the movies he's directed.
You've seen Bird?
Yeah, I love Bird. Good movie, Charlie Parker.
A little bit depressing.
Yep. Still one of my favorite movies with Clinton is it just had the name in my mind. I have it on DVD. It's a World War II one.
I know what you're talking about because there's two parts to it that he directed. There's the scene through the eyes of the Americans with Flags of Our Father.
Well, no, I'm talking about that he's in.
And then there's Letters to Iwo Jima.
No, I'm thinking of the one that he's in. The book was written by Alistair MacLean.
When the Eagles Dare?
Yeah.
Where Eagles Dare?
Eagles Dare.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I have that on Blu-ray.
I've seen very, very little, if anything, about Clint Eastwood.
Another one I like where he climbs the side of a mountain, The Eiger Sanction. That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too. I've read that book.
Beautiful movie.
I thought The Bird was going to be a movie that I would love about Charlie Parker, but the problem is that after seeing an hour of the movie with just people shooting out drugs in themselves and getting a little too much drugs. I know he was.
That's what they did back in the day.
I've seen The Birds before. Does that count?
Which one?
No, we're not talking about Hitchcock. We're talking about Charlie
Parker. I don't watch The Birds. When I was a kid, I had nightmares from it after seeing it on TV. This was back in the 60s.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this was back in the 60s, and it just gave me I just had nightmares from it.
Yeah, talking about Rod Taylor, I see Time Machines on Turner Classic Movies on demand, so I'm gonna finally watch that movie. Because usually when it's on demand, you gotta pay like $3.99 to watch it. I said I'm not gonna pay $4 to watch a movie I know I can see somewhere. Because I never seen the whole Time Machine movie. I only seen bits and pieces.
Same like me. I've only seen bits and pieces, but I saw the remake. And the remake wasn't too bad.
It's pretty funny when Americans always mention those old classic movies and those old classic actors from the past. And I, as a younger Swede, had those names. Some of those names are only connected to me through their various soap opera appearances. Rod Taylor for me is Frank Agretti in Falcon Crest, and Barbara Sedgwick is we're in the Colbys Dynasty's sideshow.
And the guy from what was the guy's name from Charlie's Angels? John Forsythe. He was in In Cold Blood.
Yeah.
Is he the one that does the voice of Bosley?
No, he's the one that does the voice of Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh.
Bosley was the real person. That was David Doyle.
Oh, okay.
But Bosley was the boss of the. He was the guy that was always in the office.
I might be wrong on this one, but I think that John Forsythe wasn't that big before he became in the Dynasty, comparing to other actors in the same series. So
He became a sex symbol when he got older.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday nights, and I'd sit there with my sister downstairs in our basement in our old house in the 70s, and we'd always watch Charlie's Angels.
It's the same with Rock Hudson. Everybody says Rock Hudson. For me, Rock Hudson was an old fiance of Crystal in Dynasty.
Yeah, but I heard later on Rock Hudson was gay.
Yep. He got AIDS and died.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, John Forsythe was kind of like Howard Keel.
Yeah, I remember.
Because Howard Keel became like a sex symbol when he got older.
Yeah, and soap opera star.
I remember
when he was on Dallas.
Yep.
When he took over for Jim Davis.
I remember Rock Hudson from the series McMillan and Wife.
Yeah, that's on now. That's on Cozy TV on Saturdays.
We don't have Cozy anymore because that's one that I'd like to watch. That was NBC Mystery Movies.
I don't think I have Cozy TV here in Canada.
But there's one. There's one of the.
Let me look that up.
Of the series that they had for the NBC Mystery ones, like they had the. Was the one that was my favorite was McCloud with Dennis Weaver.
Yeah, that's part of the Saturday lineup for Cozy. I think it starts with McCloud, then it goes into McMillan and Wife, and then I think there's Columbo, and then Bandachek, and then they do Quincy, and then they go back to Columbo again.
Okay.
When I bought
you lost Cozy, I lost Antenna TV. They took Antenna TV off mine.
We still have Antenna TV, but Cozy was replaced by Circle.
When I bought the same place as I bought the David Hasselhoff, I saw also an album with Howard Keel, an entire album by Howard Keel, and his old Dallas face on it. I didn't buy it though. For some reason, I skipped Howard Keel for David Hasselhoff. Now, how was that?
So, Calvin, how do you get Cozy TV? Is it free?
It's part of the cable package.
Oh.
Well, there's TV stations, over-the-air TV stations that also that, or I should say, sort of like with the local stations, they'll have different ones that with them. But see, we used to have, like I said, we had it here, and then they replaced it with the Circle, which is out. It's country western stuff, mainly newer country anymore on there. But I was going to tell you, James, I did some checking and found out that Cinevault is out of a Canadian company. Is what that is. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, our Antenna TV got replaced by some home channel where they just look for homes and stuff.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. I just skip over it.
I know a lot of people, if you have rabbit ears, like Joe Mayo, he has it. Me TV.
Yep. That started out at a TV station in Chicago. And
that's my jam for early mornings. 2 o'clock is Mannix. 3 o'clock is Cannon. 4 o'clock is Barnaby Jones. Then it goes into Highway Patrol, and then I go to bed because then Dragnet comes on.
Oh.
I can't handle Dragnet.
Dragnet. I've never really actually watched the show.
Yeah,
Dragnet is just so out of date now. I can't watch it. It's almost a comedy unintentionally.
I liked Cannon when I was a kid.
Cannon, that was the guy who played J.L. McCabe.
No, Cannon was the fat guy.
Yeah, the fat guy.
The guy that did the voice. The guy that did the voiceover for the Fugitive, and then he did voices for Rocky and Bullwinkle. He did the like the intro to the Rocky and Bullwinkle stories. He was the narrator for the stories.
Oh,
I think
wow.
Robert Conrad.
Oh yeah.
William Conrad. William Conrad.
William Conrad. Yeah, Robert's the other guy. Robert was in Black Sheep.
Yeah.
And what was that? Wild Wild West.
I actually watched a couple of episodes of Cannon. I remember in the mid-90s when it went, but I still had trouble not seeing him as J.L. McCabe because I was more used to it. So I never paid that much attention to the series.
And of course, we used to watch Wild Wild West and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, Wild Wild West. I've never seen it, but I've seen the movie with Will Smith. And another show I used to watch with my sister, we used to watch Emergency, and we used to watch Chips with Ponch and John. We used to love that show.
Yeah, we used to watch Emergency. We used to watch Adam 12.
And don't forget the later episodes of Chips. Bruce Jenner.
And then every Friday night was a religious experience for me and my sister. Well, maybe more for me because I really fell in love with the show. The Dukes of Hazzard. I'd sit there with my bag of salt and vinegar chips on the floor, and I'd be watching it, and I'd sing the song, Just the Good Old Boys. And of course, Daisy Duke and her short shorts. Woo! Great show. I used to love that show.
Yeah, when you said religious experience, I thought you were going to say Little House on the Prairie.
Well, I used to watch that as a kid too.
My mother and my father watches Little House on the Prairie constantly still. They can watch I think they have watched every episode 9 million times since I was a kid.
I still watch it too.
I have hard time listening to it.
Okay, too bad Doc's not here right now.
Leif Garrett was on Chips. I didn't know that, JJ.
He was on an episode or two.
Yeah, I think he played. Did he play a singer? I think he played a singer.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Was it any episode in? I don't think there was any episode in Little House of the Prairie where they didn't cry at one point in the series because it was
very true. Very true.
Tear jerking.
Another one that my mom had to watch every week was The Waltons.
Oh yeah, the Waltons.
And then everybody's going to have their weekly laughter when Nellie Olsen made a fool out of herself. Oh no, that old lady Olsen, Harriet Olsen.
True.
Let Nag get so boring. Please make a fool out of yourself and get on with the story.
Yeah. What else did I watch? Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. I just got that letter thing.
And I'm huge.
Now I'm drawing a blank. Brain fart.
Huge fan of Jake and the Fat Man when I was in the teens. When you went here in Sweden when I was a teen, I was a huge fan of it. I'm still hoping to find the box set of it.
I'm sure there's one out there, Jorgen.
Yeah, I know there are, but there. Or
you can't forget William Shatner and T.J. Hooker.
Oh yeah, T.J. Hooker, yeah, and he was on Rescue 911.
Yeah.
And there was Lauren Green's New Wilderness back in the day. Remember that show? I used to watch that. Well,
we
once
used to always
when I was
watch.
in elementary school, I had to watch that Lauren Green's Wilderness for homework. And I said, I don't want to watch that. But you know what? When I started watching it, it was great. It was all about the ants and how the ants moved around, the insects. It was really cool. And I really got into it. And then I started watching the show and I said, I like this show. Yeah. And I remember every day, I forget what time it came on at, but my sister and I had to rush home to watch the Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family.
Now we're there again, the Partridge Family.
And I remember every day we'd have to go back to school. We'd watch the Flintstones. And after the Flintstones on ABC, Gilligan's Island would come on. They're like, oh, Mom, can we stay home from school and watch Gilligan's Island and go to school afterwards? And my mom was like, no, you got to go to school, kids. I'm like, oh, I want to watch Gilligan's Island.
I remember when I was a kid, and the first huge wrestling show I saw, the pay-per-view, but it was viewed on Eurosport. No, on Sky Channel. It was SummerSlam '88, and I was going to record it on VHS to have it, both see it and record it. The problem was that my mom and dad was going to a religious meeting at the time, and they wanted me to stop the recording, see what I'm missing of the wrestling, and record the soap opera for them that I'm going to see. And I was going to then tape him when it was all over. So I was going to see what I was missing. I said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm recording it because I want it in its full. So I skipped it. I obeyed their orders, so I skipped that. They were pissed when I didn't have to see what the soap opera that I wanted to see. I said, hey, it goes 9 million times to zero.
All of us.
Oh yeah, JJ. I remember watching Battlestar Galactica back in the late '70s, early '80s.
I only heard the theme song. Then I have seen some parts of the newer version that came out, and I thought that was extremely horrible.
And of course, Buck Rogers in the 21st Century.
I remember.
Yeah, I only watched that a little bit because then I think after the first season they like changed so much around. I didn't like it anymore after that. They got rid of Dr. Belding, and they got that Hawk guy. Or I don't forget his character's name, but he had the Hawk face.
When I was a teenager, we had cable TV, and on Sky Channel they were viewing a whole lot of those older series that I actually liked. I Dream of Genie was a huge fan. Still, I'm a huge fan of that. There was a series.
Yeah, that's a great show. And what about Bewitched? Bewitched was another good one.
But that was Bewitched for me is the later one with the girls there. But the Time Tunnel, I remember I enjoyed very much. The Land of the Giants.
Okay, yeah, I like the Land of the Giants.
I've heard of that show, The Land of the Giants, but I don't think I've ever watched it.
Yeah, that's another MeTV.
And another show
MeTV's on Saturday.
I think it was on ABC. I'm not sure. It was Buck Rogers in the 25th Century with that little robot Tweaky.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I love Buck Rogers. That was a good show. And The Incredible Hulk was on Friday nights too. I used to watch that as well. And then it was on Wednesdays as well.
Or late night on Fridays, I used to watch Midnight Special with Wolfman Jack.
I think I remember that, but I wasn't allowed to stay up that late. I was only a kid, so I couldn't stay up that late. But I would have loved to have seen that show because I love the Wolfman.
I was a teenager at the time, so.
Okay, I'm going to put everybody to the test here. Put on your Thinking Caps panel and Peanut Gallery.
Wait, I'm going to get my hat.
All right.
The answer's Clint Eastwood.
No, it's not Clint Eastwood.
Oh.
Who was the DJ that played in the movie American Graffiti?
I haven't seen that.
Wolfman
movie.
Jack.
That's right.
Never saw the
And
movie.
Richard Dreyfuss got to see him in the movie at the end. Remember when he goes to him?
Yep.
I remember that. That's such a good movie. I love that
Yeah.
movie.
It's too recent for me. Never seen it.
From the 70s.
And from that,
Exactly.
he started to make the show Happy Days. Because that put Harrison Ford and Ron Howard on the map.
I mean, come on, Tim. You asked me what's the last movie I watched, and I gave you a movie from 1939.
You mean to tell me, Calvin, you've never seen American Graffiti?
Nope.
Dude, you
neither
have
have
to
I.
watch that movie. It is a classic. Oh my God. It's directed by George Lucas.
Yeah, and then there was an American Graffiti too.
You got Richard Dreyfuss in it. American Graffiti 2 wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
But you got Cindy Williams, who played Lori Beth on Happy Days with Ron Howard. You got Ron Howard in it. You've got
Mackenzie Phillips.
Yep, you got what's his face there? Harrison Ford. You got an all-star cast in that film. And if you like the 50s music, you got to see this film. It is amazing.
I think
I don't
Fifties
know
early-
on Blu-ray.
50s and early 60s.
And
I think that is.
I think it's the 1960s and says, "Where were you?" I think it was, "Where were you?" The catchphrase is, "Where were you in 52 or 62 or something like that."
I think it was one of the reasons why I haven't seen it is because I'm no fan of 50s and 60s rock.
Oh, but Jorgen, you like all the old cars and everything. It's a good movie.
It's a little wrong decade, I guess.
All right, give it a chance. You might like it. It's a really good film. I remember the first time I saw it. I rented it on VHS. I took it home, put it on. I was like, "Oh my God!" I watched it 4 times. It was that
I don't
good.
know if the movie doesn't have cowboy hats, horses, and saloons.
few people in the movie that wear
It goes
cowboy
lower
hats.
on my list of priorities.
And I feel like I am limited. JJ mentioned The Saint here, and
Yeah, that was a good show, JJ.
that is
With Roger Moore.
I'm against Tim on that one. I
Hold
could
on,
never
Captain
get it. I could never get into that. I tried so hard, but no.
I don't know if Roger Moore ever have done a role where he's more James Bond without being James Bond. I mean, that one must have been one of the reasons why Albert Broccoli chose him to do James Bond.
There's a Roger Moore movie on Tubi I want to see. I don't know the name of it. I think it's the one that Rod Steiger's in.
And who is?
Because I went through Tubi and started highlighting a bunch of movies I want to see later, so I can just pull it up instead of searching again.
A movie
I
I
forget the
like
name of
that.
it.
A movie I like that Roger Moore was in was Cannonball Run.
What did you say name was?
Cannonball Run.
I never heard of it. Only that one where he is kind of guy who gets framed innocent and is
There's several cars on a race across the United States.
No, it's like a comedy, Jurgen. Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise.
Burt Reynolds and all his buddies, Dom DeLuise and
Oh, the Cannonball Run. Is that what we're talking
name
about?
the
Calvin?
guys and you know what it is.
And one person that makes his debut on there pretty much. Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, I love Jackie Chan.
But I liked Burt Reynolds in it where he'll have to go say, "I'm hi, I'm Roger Moore," and people would just smack him. And
Yeah.
These movies was also in the bag of stuff that I got for free from my boss.
Oh, you got all the
okay,
Indiana
those are all
Jones.
good movies.
I have the whole box set on Blu-ray.
I've already seen these ones, so I'm not going to keep them as I've already seen them. But they're great, no doubt, they're great. I was extremely late to see Indiana Jones. I know I'm ashamed, but
I like the one with Sean Connery because I'm a Sean Connery fan.
Yeah.
See, I like somebody that wasn't in Western. Sean Connery. There you go. There you go.
Okay, this is a test for you, Calvin. Can you guess what my favorite Sean Connery James Bond movie is?
Sean Connery, James Bond.
Yeah.
never say never again.
It wouldn't be that one. Geez. Oh, what was the one? What was the one with the guy that made sausage?
Jimmy Dean.
Yeah, what was the one movie with Jimmy Dean?
That was Diamonds Are Forever,
Okay.
but it's not that one. Nope.
Goldfinger.
That's right. Hey, you're good, Jorgen. Jorgen got it. Yep,
No,
it's Goldfinger. That's my favorite.
My favorite James Bond movie is one where the guy that played James Bond. This was only it was the only movie where he played James Bond.
George Lazenby.
Yep, on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I love the
Telly
theme song for that movie.
Telly Savalas.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I like Diamonds Are Forever. I think that one is one of my favorites.
Do you
I
expect
know
me
what
to
I should
talk
have
Mr.
guessed.
Bond?
I couldn't remember it at first. Thunderball. That's my favorite, Sean Connery.
Okay.
The
And
original of
Bond
Never
Girl
Say Never
there.
Again.
Ooh, she's hot, that Bond girl in Thunderball. This
That's
is one
when.
of my
That's when
favorite
they.
lines.
I was so disappointed because I found out later that Alberto Celli, I think that was his name, the guy that played the main bad guy. Yeah, I realized his accent was so bad that wasn't actually his voice in the movie because he had such a thick Italian accent. They dubbed him because they figured American audience couldn't understand what he was saying, so they dubbed him.
In Goldfinger, that was when they invented the laser, and I love this line in the film when he's tied to the thing and the laser is going to get him, and he says, "Do you expect me to talk, Mr. Goldfinger?" "No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die."
Well, you know what I found on
Okay, here you go. King Hackman made sausages out of mobsters in prime cut.
I don't think I've heard of that movie before. Prime cut. Wow.
That's not the sausage guy I was thinking. I was thinking Jimmy Dean.
Yeah.
I didn't know Jimmy Dean was in the James Bond movie. Even though I've seen the movie, I
Yeah, and I know there's I haven't listened to it for a good while, but there's a podcast that I listen to where they talk about like the James Bond movies and the spy shows and spy movies and shows and that. I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, Gene and Lee Marvin are rival mobsters in it. Huh?
Can't help you.
One that I like that Lee Marvin's in is Picture Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Where he sings.
Oh, that's okay. I was thinking the one he played two characters. Oh, that was Cat Ballou. I'm thinking of Cat Ballou.
Isn't that what Jane
But
Fonda
yeah, Paint Your Wagon. What? James's buddy was in that one.
Yep, Paint Your Wagon.
Yeah, talk about Lee Marvin singing in it.
Well, Clint sings in it too, don't he? Doesn't Clint Eastwood sing in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I Sing for the Trees or something it's called. Yeah, I remember that movie.
I have the soundtrack to it.
I have the movie on DVD.
Of course, he sings in Honky Tonk Man too.
Mm-hmm. But did you know, Jorgen, that Clint Eastwood's a big jazz man?
Yeah, I knew he was interested in jazz. That's why he did the Bird.
Because when he made the score for the movies, he'd always have a jazz kind of feel to it when he was directing his films.
I remember hearing some kind of a radio show when I was a teenager. When that movie came out, they played song from the Bird movie, and they talked about him being a jazz fan.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know, James, what I found on Internet Archive a couple of months ago?
What?
I found a British radio theater where they made out of the book. They made a radio theater out of Goldfinger and Live and Let Die. In the British radio theater version of the Live and Let Die and Goldfinger. Based on the book, not the movies, based on the book.
Oh, yeah? Wow, you have to send me the link for that.
Yeah. And
I want to listen to that.
the verse is a little bit from the movie, so to say, especially how the bad guy dies.
Someone's phone's going off.
Is that your phone, Calvin?
Yeah, that's me again. But it's not popping up on my phone, so I can't hit to get it off. It's not popping up. I hear it though, because usually the phone number pops up on the top of my screen, and I can get rid of it. But it never popped up on my phone. But anyway, it's gone now. Whoever it is, they're gone.
For the moment.
Calvin, I want to ask you a question.
Clint Eastwood.
No, you don't mind that I'm friends with Rob the Waxed, because I love.
Oh, here we go. Now I get a thing on it. Huh? Oh no, I don't care.
I mean, I love both of you very much. You're both my friends, and he is a good assistant to me. He's helped me out in the past. Like I know if I'm upset about something, I know I can text you anytime I need you. But I hope you don't. But you're both my friends, and I love you both equally.
No, I don't mind.
I hope you're okay with that.
No, I don't even worry about it.
No, I mean he says a lot of stuff, but I know he's just joking with you. I'm sure he is. Like
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I just felt like defending my. I just felt like defending my school today, but I was trying to be funny with it.
But that was funny with when you threw the nuns in there. That was hilarious. I like the part with the nuns.
Well, that's a serious thing though. I went to a Catholic university.
Oh.
So I had nuns teaching. I had nuns teaching me.
Oh wow! I didn't know that they could actually teach a university. I know they teach elementary school or high school, but I never knew Russian whore again, as Rachel would say. Oh, Calvin.
Yeah, my math advisor was a nun.
And Tim, if you're interested, even Jorgen, on Saturday, I've got to find out from Rachel what time it's going to be at. Patrick, the vinyl archivist, is doing a record auction on Saturday. So if any of you are interested in coming to join to see if there's anything you want to buy, come to his auction.
Does he have any grunge?
I don't know what he's going to have, but he's going to be live tonight. 10:30 my time, 6:30 JJ, where is Patrick again? Where does he live again?
Because maybe I can get some grunts and VCLT it to Jurgen.
Yeah. Because JJ would know where he lives, because I get confused with time zones where Patrick is, and you can come and join the auction. Well, I'm going to be there, but I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to be helping out to keep the trolls out and see if I can help out somehow.
When's the auction?
No, it's going to be on Saturday. I think at 5 o'clock his time. I'm not sure, but JJ will tell you.
Okay, I thought you were saying it's tonight, because tonight is ski lodge.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's no ski lodge tonight. He's not doing it tonight. He'll be there next week. Because I'll be on Patrick's stream tonight. Because I'm part of the panel now. I'm one of the things. He's in Sacramento, California.
Normally, when it comes to auctions, they're interesting to watch just to see how it goes, how they do it, and how what the prices are. But most are like Massey when he had the auction, that they send it when it is inside of USA, because otherwise it will be extremely expensive for me if I'm going to pay the shipping plus what the cost of the record. So I would most likely never buy from an auction as long as it is American who will auction it out, unfortunately.
Oh, no, I don't. I forget. Well, I'll have to ask Rachel tonight. If you come later.
Oh, that reminds me. That's why I wanted to ask Jurgen.
Shoot.
I wanted to ask you if Sweden has like a Swedish-only equivalent of eBay.
Yes, it's called Tradera.
Oh, okay.
Tradera. It's a Swedish auction site. And from what I have seen, they are more trustworthy when it comes to prices than eBay, in my opinion. They're more believable, in my opinion. But I never bought
I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm going to ask Jurgen.
Tradera. I'm right on private chat.
Because I figured these foreign countries must have something so they can avoid all this shipping from always getting stuff from people from the United States.
That is like real.
Yeah, I know for a while there were quite a few auction sites on that you could find online.
But I never buy from auction sites because I want to know the price. I don't want to see the price goes up for each. I want a full price, know what the price is. I never buy on auction sites.
Yeah, but eBay is both though. eBay has a lot of buy it now that you just this is one price and then you pay that. Then they have other ones that are auctions.
Yeah, Tradera too, but the problem is that most of them only you have to pay online, and I can't do that. I don't have a card to pay online. I pay cash or card in stores. I don't pay online.
But hey, if you do auctions, you can get an album for $1.
God, that guy looks like Kenny Rogers. I swear to God, he looks like Kenny Rogers.
It was actually.
Okay, so Tim Allen's going to be doing some spinning since Snee isn't going to be on tonight.
Yeah.
But those guys.
Hey, JJ, I'm coming. I'm going to be on Patrick's tonight, so you'll get to see me tonight. I still got to figure out what song I'm going to request tonight.
Usually those.
That's another assignment I have for James.
What?
Because I was going to mention this on my birthday, but there was no show. Because I had two main birthday wishes, and the second one I was reminded of my second one today because I was so surprised when Jeff Kendall was in the peanut gallery for Rachel.
Yeah, I saw him there this morning.
That's one of my birthday wishes, to have Jeff Kendall come up on here.
Oh.
If that's all right with Tim, Tim's the boss of the show.
Yeah.
I'm not the.
No. Jeff and I, we get along good.
You have very low demand.
You have Paul's chats or Doc's chats.
Because I would love to get
Paul's or Doc streams.
'Cause I would love to get Jeff on here, and then I already told James I want Elliot on here. I've been trying to get Elliot, but I can't sweet talk like James. James knows all the words to convince people.
I'll see what I can pull off.
That is one of the reasons why I don't do streams of my own, because you have
I can't promise you anything, but I'll try. But Jorgen, when I helped you out that day, you did very well.
But normally you have to keep in touch in all the drama, who get along with who, and who can't be with who, and if you take the wrong person online, you lose subscribers and all. Let others do that. I participate, but I refuse to deal with all this stuff.
I don't deal with drama on my stream side. If they start acting up too much, I'll just put them off.
I don't know. I thought drama was going to start when Jorgen said he didn't like grunge.
There are exceptions to everything.
I was going to use that Rachel line. I'm going to punch you.
I'm going to punch you.
There actually are one grunge song that I actually think is really good, and that is Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun. I think that is great. That one, maybe the only grunge song that is really, really good.
Oh, two of their songs are probably in my top 10 favorites. That one and see, there's my Alzheimer's again.
I know they have a song called Spoon Man.
Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, then my Soundgarden knowledge is gone.
Well, as usually happens, we'll continue on, and then out of nowhere, I just blurt it out. That has nothing to do with the current conversation.
You can comfort yourself with that. You will remember it when we have shut off the stream.
Lobster roll and potatoes. That's my dinner.
JJ, were you going to be doing your segment soon on here? Or Calvin, I mean, do your segment.
Oh, okay. I almost forgot about it. Fell on Black Days. There you go. See, I knew it just randomly comes. That's the Soundgarden song I couldn't remember.
Okay. Never heard.
Okay, this should work for you this time, Tim. This is 70s. So I'm not going too far back for you. I'm not doing any 60s today. And this band has an interesting story because you probably never heard of this band, because this band we recorded an album in Ohio. I think it was Cleveland. And it never went anywhere. And then someone discovered it at the guy who produced the album originally when they were recording in Ohio was Joe Battaglia, who was in a band, hard rock band from the 70s, Granicus. And this one particular person was in this guy's house and saw a bunch of records and wondered what it was, and it was from this band the guy produced that he couldn't even remember who was in the band. And I guess the guy had a record label, and he decided after trying to research who the band members were, which he could never figure out, he went ahead and released it. And now that's my regular phone. Go away! I'm doing a stream.
Let me just say that if you saw the phone go away, you would run away yourself.
Hold on. Sorry.
Right in the middle of his segment.
Wow.
Calvin picks up the phone and says, "I'm busy, you bastard."
So you were going to eat my dinner while we were talking.
Okay, Calvin's back.
I
got a lobster roll and I got some potatoes.
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, James would. I'm gonna show the CD first because I'm thinking of it. James will like this because when this came out in '97, it was originally recorded in '74, but like I said, band didn't go anywhere. The band recorded in Ohio, but they're from New York. And James will like this because he has a dog, or I guess there's a dog in the house. I don't know if it's your dog, but anyway, he'll know Sadie's your dog. But but anyway, the record label is Arf Arf.
Oh, that one.
Yes. And the name of the band is Pandora.
Wow.
And
I don't think I've heard of that band before.
they're glam from the 70s. And let me see. I show the whole back of the thing. That's just the character of the band because they didn't know what the band looked like because they at the time this came out, they still didn't know who was actually in the band.
Really?
So anyway, as they later found out, it was Rick Prince on vocals, Buzz Vernal on bass, Martin John Butler on guitar, and Frankie LaRocca on drums.
Oh.
And then I have the CD version, obviously. And in 2000, well, actually, this last year, I guess they finally figured out who the members were, and Arf Arf didn't do the record. It was on the Supreme Echo label, and it's on vinyl from Supreme Echo from last year. But it's glam rock, and I think actually Tim would like this too. Not only is it 70s, I would say it's if you put David Bowie, the New York Dolls, and Triumph in a blender.
Yeah,
that would be the sound of Pandora.
I do have some glam rock.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a band you can check out, Tim. Pandora.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I do have some glam rock like I can't remember his name. The one that had hit with rock and roll or something like that. Can't remember the guy's name now. I have his album that, like there's like Rock and Roll Part 1 and Part 2 on there.
Oh, that's Gary. Isn't that Gary Glitter?
Yeah, it might be. I think it is. I have that album.
Okay, I can be small.
Okay. Let me large. Try doing yours larger.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's a different one.
You say? This is Swedish Eurodisco singer Pandora.
Totally different.
Yeah, but the same name. It was a good choice.
Wow.
And I have an update. I told James about it. I finally listened to the second record by Sex, and I don't have the name of it. I had it in my other notes. But anyway, the second album by Sex is actually, I think it's actually better than the first one. So now I'm excited. Now I can go back to my local record store and say, yeah, excuse me, I'm looking for more Sex.
You sure can.
Have you heard either one yet, James?
Not yet.
Oh, hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Who's Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Psycho Splatters.
Okay, I know him.
Here's your reminder. Take gabapentin. Here's your reminder. Take gabapentin.
That's why Alexa reminded me to take some medicine.
Here's a reminder. Buy Nirvana. Here's a reminder. Buy Nirvana.
Here's a reminder. Depeche Mode. Here's a reminder. Buy the sax albums.
See, that could be our new gimmick. Forget showing a random album. We could do Alexa imitations. There we go. That's our gimmick. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Who is Alexa?
Uh-oh.
Who?
Here's that segment again. I gotta leave. Here's the segment. I'm starting to cry again.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
I figure Paul's probably at work right now. He's usually working on Tuesdays, so. But he tries to jump in here sometime during the show.
Yeah, I was on Rachel's yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's how you should hype this stream. The stream that'll make you cry.
He's usually off on Sundays and Mondays.
Not to be confused with the Sundays and the Happy Mondays.
Well, okay, Kellen. Here's JJ's asking you.
Of course.
I don't know.
He's with
That's
us.
a big mystery. I don't know why I always cry on Tim's streams. It's a mystery.
It happens every Tuesday. You get emotional.
I don't know why I cry on weddings. So JJ wants to know what you're eating.
I'm eating potatoes and I had lobster roll. It's really good.
I didn't know lobsters could roll. I would think the claws would get stuck as they're rolling.
No, it's
Any month with an R in it.
What?
Any month with an R in it. It's for lobster.
Any month with an R in it is for lobster. That's what my mom just said.
I don't think I ever eaten lobster in my entire life.
I'm with you
Oh my
again.
God, that was so good.
I've had a little bit before. Before my wife and I got married, she worked at a Red Lobster, so I go there like on my days off when she was working. Go there for lunch, and because I was in the Air Force station working at China Mountain, so my schedule would be where I usually had a couple of weekdays off.
Hold on, bathroom break.
How many times do you pee a day?
Oh, whenever I can speak.
I see I'm having some activity on Discord now in a group that I'm in.
Oh, someone come up with a topic. Uh-oh.
JJ, I haven't eaten that Red Lobster since we've gone, maybe once or twice after we've gotten married. We've been married for over 35 years now.
Well, I can come up with a topic. We can discuss AGK's Pet Shop Boys series, but I'm not sure Calvin is with me on that.
It's so freaking windy. It hits you right in the face.
Well, I can reach down and pull out.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting, Jurgen, to hear from you when you see that the link I gave you on Instagram.
I've already seen that.
Okay.
I also made a comment on it.
Okay, I didn't see that because you know how many of those bands I remembered? None. I guess that's why it says forgotten bands. I didn't remember any of them.
Did you send me that link too or not?
No, I found that today. I just sent it to Jurgen because I know Jurgen's the 80s guy. I can send it to you, though, but not right now.
Yeah, just send me it sometime because I like a lot of 80s stuff, and except for hip hop and grunge.
Is that Redbox?
This is Redbox. The most
Okay.
famous album. Make me big, Tim.
Yeah, make them big. I'm old. My eyes aren't so good.
No, it's watered down.
Yeah, that's true.
This is.
Oh, yeah, that's the one they were talking about in the article.
Yeah, this is their most famous album.
Yeah,
And,
listen on some of the pages. I listened to that song. I did want to research Redbox a little more. I like you know how each page had a little sample you could listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that song, and then I listened to. I wrote the name of the band someplace else. The band that Nina Cherry was in.
Nanny Cherry?
Yeah, she was in one of those '80s bands that was in that.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I don't know the name.
But
Redbox
Nina Cherry was famous for Buffalo Stance.
Yeah, I know.
But this is way before that. Yeah.
She's half Swedish, so I know. This is Redbox. This is actually a pretty good album. I love the singles. Lean on Me and For America. And
I'm gonna see what can find.
The Adventures. I'm surprised that they are forgotten, yes, but they're not that unknown as the other ones. So I'm not sure why they mentioned this one. But Trolls ahead.
Another one. This makes number 4 today.
Adventures is a really great band that makes a little Scottish sample. I like the song "Broken Land." It's really little Scottish style in it. So I have 3 albums by the Adventures. I think they are really great. Then I've heard of Monochrome Set, but I don't have any albums with them. So. Those are the 3 I knew of, and 2 of them I had albums with.
Yeah, keep getting so much from these Russian trolls today. There's
Yeah, I know,
had 4 already. Maybe they're getting.
Hey,
Maybe
Stephen
they're doing
Schnee.
that. Hey, Snee.
Maybe
Yeah, one of those I actually like, but I can't remember it was a weird name.
Did you see this comment by Stephen Schnee, Jorgen?
Yeah, I saw it.
Huh.
Oh, here's the list of the 10 bands because I wrote them all down so I could look at them later. The one that I liked was Rip. I can't now even read my own writing.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Tim,
think
the
Rip-
thing I sent in the private
Rip,
chat.
Rag, plus
It's my
Panic.
new Instagram,
Okay.
so you can follow
No,
me.
Rip, Rig, plus Panic. That was the band with Nina Cherry.
Ah,
Had some horns in it. I liked it. I needed to research them some more.
I never heard of any of the other 7. But I guess that is what you can dignify a forgotten band.
Isn't Nina Cherry the one that sings that song Buffalo Stance?
Yep.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she is 75% Swedish.
Ah. Well, I just learned something new. I never knew that.
And 25% Nirvana.
Aha.
She had a lot of singing siblings here in Sweden.
Mm.
That made great careers. Eagle Eye Champion Tio.
Yeah, so I have Scandinavian blood in me. I'm 25% Norwegian and 25% Danish.
Ooh.
And Nanny Cherry is also the daughter of jazz trumpet player Don Cherry.
Mm.
So what's your favorite flavor of Danish, Tim?
Then I'm also a quarter Swiss.
Oh, so you're a little bit cheesy.
I'm guessing we're going to go 2.5 hours. You going 2.5 hours, Tim?
I might be stopping a little bit before that because,
I don't know if we have material for 19 more minutes.
yeah.
As long as we have records, there are materials.
As long as there's something to show, we can keep going for hours.
And
Well, next
also
week,
have-
I think next week I'll probably end up hogging half the time. I think I got, like I said, I got 12 or 13 things coming.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You said that, yeah.
see, with me, I have more than just records in here. I also have my books in here.
Ooh.
Well, I got books. I don't read them, but I got them.
Yeah, I saw that
And
one comment you made on that one BookTube video I did back in January.
Yeah, I forgot what my line was.
You said yours would be like one for your goal, because they set 80 for my goal for this year.
Stupid chair.
But it's a new chair.
I know. Sometimes the wheels get stuck and you have to push it around to get it to where you want it, to set it comfortably and everything. It's like,
You know what the fun thing about these two records are?
what?
Aside from that, they're by the same band, but they are actually the same record with a different sleeve and the different orders of the tracks.
Oh,
And a different name. Because this one is called Theodore and Friends, and this one is just a self-titled. They are the same album. They are just the different sleeves and different tracks orders.
wow.
Yeah, that you'd see that in different pressings of them, like pressed in different countries.
And it took me a while before I realized it when I got home, because as they are in another order, I didn't think of it was the same songs.
See,
Well,
here's a book I need to read. He was the coach at He was the coach at Michigan State when they won the national championship in 1979 with Magic Johnson.
Oh,
They beat
wow.
Larry Bird. They beat Larry Bird's Indiana State team, Judd Heathcote.
Hmm.
And then I talked about this guy before. This is Milo Hamilton, the guy that he used to announce the Cubs,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I know him most from the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a book that I started and then stopped. I'm probably going to mystify everybody in this one. This is an old-time actor who unfortunately smoked too much in his life, and I guess the surgeries back then weren't too good, so they had to take out his voice box, so that basically ruined his career.
Oh, no,
This is-
that's not good.
This is an autobiography of William Gargan.
Oh,
Okay, Tim, you're 9 years older than me. You know this guy?
No.
Okay, I'm not hurt. But I figured if there was someone out of the three that would know who this actor was, it would be Tim.
I don't even know him.
Well, I'm doing something here. I have to turn on my overhead light for this part. See, like, here's one of my bookshelves.
Whoa, that's a lot of books, boy. Holy crap.
Yeah, I have a few hundred books there.
Have you read them all?
No.
Are they all in pocket? Are they all in pocket format?
What's that?
Are they all in pocket format?
Well, they're all. I have most of our paperbacks. I do have some hardcovers, and then I have three e-readers for reading ebooks on. So
That's on like a tablet, an e-reader kind of thing?
yeah.
Well, if my webcam wasn't stuck, I would take you to my library, my bookcase, but it is another room.
Talking about books and podcasts, do you have the book, Tim? I don't know the exact title because the podcast is called 1001 Record Club, but I think the book was 1001 records you have to listen to before you die. You have that book?
No, I don't.
Be right back, guys. A second.
I've heard of it.
Because that's the main podcast I listen to. Because they're still going. It's been going on for at least a couple years, and I think they only gone through about a couple hundred or so.
Yeah,
I never thought of getting it because most likely they're records that I will never ever buy. Beatles and Who and Stones. And
a book that I have listened, that I've read, that ebook is called Deaf Film. It's talking about FM radio in the 70s and freeform stations until around 1980. Everything started where they started limiting stations to like 300 records that they could choose from. And the DJs couldn't pick what any songs that they like on it. Had to be certain songs that they could play, and it's still like that today.
Yeah, the 1001 Record Club is just a bunch of guys, and I think there's a couple females on there that just happen to know each other. They're not any sort of musical experts, but they listen to all the ones on the list, and then they play little clips of it, and then they comment of it. They really trashed, because like I said, I think a couple of weeks ago I showed Country Joe and the Fish the greatest hits, but
Yeah.
on that list of 1001 was Electric Music for the Mind and Body. But man, the panel really trashed that one. They all hated it.
this is the closest thing I have. This is a book called Swedish book called 1000 Classics, where they have it's kind of sort of the same books, movies, records, and TV. This is from 1956 to today that you need a troll. Tim. You have a
Okay.
troll.
That's not Larry. That's not Larry Hagman, is it?
This is Dallas, yes.
Okay.
Different kind of culture things that you need to that they recommend through from 1956 till today, and this is of course the Swedish version with 1000 Swedish classics of the same category. So these are pretty much pretty much the same, but it's more broadened to also books and movies and TV.
Boy, with all these Russian trolls today, like we've had 5 already, Russia must be getting ready to invade Ukraine. They're throwing out their Russian trolls on people's streams to divert our attention.
So, James's chair, what is your favorite podcast? I like any podcast that has Clint Eastwood.
No, he likes podcast about chair.
No, this is a Beatles one.
Like I said on Docstream, when the sun is shining on the chair, they have Sonny and Cher.
The sun only shines on TV.
Exactly.
See, one of my favorite ones is, I think I said something about it earlier today. It's called Spybrary. Because I read the book that they recommended, or that they start from. It's talking. They talk about all these spy novels from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Mm.
Oh my God! I was just bringing my case of 24 Coronas downstairs. That thing is heavy. I'm out of breath.
But obviously not out of Corona.
No, I got a lot of Corona, but I'm out of breath after carrying that thing down. Then I got to take down the case of Rickards Red, which was easier. Oh, I got a message here on Instagram.
And I got my third shot vaccine today.
You got your third shot.
My third shot today.
Mm.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten my booster.
Yeah. I had mine before I got COVID.
Yeah, we know how that turned out.
Well, I can't get my. I'm not getting a third one. Why should I? I don't really need it. I mean, I don't go out much. All I do is take the dog out for a walk, and that's about it, you know?
On the other hand, it could be good if your sister, for example, get COVID. So you don't be you don't get it from her.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Why?
You have to remember.
She has to deal with the customers at her liquor store where she works.
I was going to say, you go out more than I do, and look at how I got it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, the paper that proves that I've had both my shots, my mom can't find that paper. She misplaced it.
But that doesn't need the doctor must have it in their computer.
Well, no, I didn't go to the doctor. We went to the walk-in clinic or something that did it.
Yeah, but I guess they need to but still put it into a computer that goes for that still shows it somewhere that in the database that you have taken the shots.
Yeah, hold on, I'll ask my mom.
And they're lifting the mask mandate here on the 28th of this month. Did you have any mask mandates here in Florida, Calvin?
No, our governor is Republican.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a lot of things he tried to knock down. I mean, the schools wanted the mandatory for the kids to wear masks, to have mask mandates in schools, and then Ron DeSantis threatened to take away funding from any school district that passed mask mandates, so the kids had to wear masks. So mostly everything is like optional.
Well, according to Rachel, those masks don't really do anything.
Depends on what kind of mask you have.
Yeah.
Either you have those ones that are in hospitals that are pretty cheap, or you can have some real hard.
Well, I'll show you the one I use.
I don't use mask myself, but I know how to keep distance.
Yeah, see, my wife works at a nursing home, so she has to wear a mask all day at work.
If I go by bus, I always sit in the in the back where no one is,
Mhm.
and I never go on when there's a lot of people. I know which time it is.
This is my mask here. This is what I use. This
Yeah,
is pretty good.
I've started double masking that. My wife picks up some of these medical grade ones that you don't have to pay too much for, and I'll put my cloth mask on top of that.
I had masks.
Well, the good thing about you wearing a mask, Tim, is because of your beard. You know, you could put the mask on, and we still would all know who you are. Because a lot of times now people wear masks, and you might know the person, you don't even realize it because they mask on. You wouldn't have that problem.
No, I don't have that problem.
I wore mask the first time when I took my first COVID shot last spring, and God, I had trouble breathing with those one on. It was very warm inside of it, so I hate it.
But see, I have problems more around my ears from the straps.
Well, my barber, who's a lady, I went to her back in November, and I had to wear my mask. And she says, "You've had both your shots." And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Okay, screw it, take it off. It's okay. I feel okay with you around." So I took it off, and it was safe because it's hard to breathe in that thing, and putting it back on is a pain in the butt. I have to take my glasses off to put it on because it's that hard with your glasses on because you got to get over your ears. So I take my glasses off, I put it on. It's like, and then you got to sit there with it on. It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, I had when I took my shot today, I had mask on, and then I managed to have my headphones inside of the mask, and I had a very hard time sorting it out.
What were you listening to?
Were you listening to grunge at the time?
Yeah, oh yes, I did. Now I listen to older radio show.
Ah,
As I do like older Swedish radio shows, I listen to a night radio that I had downloaded. It was pretty interesting because the host show said that someone had wrote it in, and that was from 1986. So someone had wrote it into wanted to hear something from Balance of Power, ELO album. And back then it was the 1st of March, and it was broadcasted. And said, "No, we don't have that album yet. So tomorrow you might hear it." And then half minutes later, they play "So Serious" from that album.
wow.
I think that was pretty nasty. What if this girl who wrote and had, okay, I'll turn it off, go to bed, and listen tomorrow instead, and then she might have missed it.
Okay, I'm going to be editing this stream in a couple minutes. It's we're
right.
to 2:28 now, so
I think we had a really good session here.
and we had a good number of people here. Like now, if we could just get rid of all these Russian trolls.
I know they come on Rachel's all the time.
I just recently ran into some good and bad music news. I was so excited. Tank and the Bangers are coming to Florida. But it's in St. Augustine. It's like hours away from me.
It's noted.
So anyone watching the stream that's living in St. Augustine, Tank and the Bangers are coming. Get your tickets.
I thought you were going to say, can you record it? I can see it.
In another 5 years, they're going to be huge.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, really?
Well, I want to thank all of you for joining me today on the panel. And also like to thank everybody with their comments in the peanut section, except for the Russian trolls.
Yeah.
So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.
And go Colgate.